we hearing from an individual who done been married multiple times and has a lasting relationship. I'm gonna get into mine in a second, but I want you to cook, my brother. Go ahead.
So for me, marriage, my perspective on it is, I think it's a sacred union. It's a genuine choice both man and woman make to commit to each other. Which there's no highest form of, well, it's one of the highest forms of gratitude when you choose to devote freely and genuinely. And
Facts.
that's how I look at marriage. And I've talked about marriage a lot in some of my videos, but when I speak on marriage, and it doesn't have to necessarily be anyone in this case, but there's a lot of marriages that end up in divorce or they don't happen, all because they don't either know who the woman is or they don't know each other. They might have got to with each other out of necessity, or they just treated their union and their relationship as a chore or a settlement. So that's when I have my conversation pieces on that. Because are you wanting to get married and to settle with somebody, or to just be with somebody just so you can have somebody there, comfortability, something like that? Or do you genuinely want someone who you want to explore, they explore you, and you guys commit to devoting your time and life together once you have that? So that's how I view marriages. There, it can be beautiful, but it can also be terrible. There's a lot of people that just be getting married out of necessity or out of just a fucking spontaneous moment rather than understanding what's the true devotion of what comes with being a leader in the woman's life and understanding what's to come forward. Because now marriage is a whole different universe from your reality. Just as, and I heard a little bit with my part D Free. I heard what a little bit he was saying. Just he was this way, but his lady's more in order and stuff like that. So it changed up a little differently or evolved, enhanced in a way. But it's things like that. So that's my perspective on marriage for real.
What's your thoughts on dealing with women today, and how do you approach them? Break that down as far as how you approach the modern day woman. And I think you understand what I'm saying when I say the modern day woman, but
Of
break
course.
that down for us.
Well, first things first, I don't look for anything. Things just naturally happen. If something happens to catch my attention, then we'll go with the flow for that. You see what I'm saying? And I don't deal with women. We converse in great company. And if it's not benefiting either party, mainly mine, because it's my reality, then I'm not enjoying that. But how I approach women, and it's actually incredible that you asked me this question, because I was just talking about this on two separate lives today, is a simple way of just saying hello and conversing. Because one thing that I've noticed, and especially in modern dating and things that I speak on, is conversation rules the nation. Even as we're having these conversations, but what got me indoors with a lot of beautiful women, I'm saying shout out to ladies, was real. It was conversation, saying hello, conversing with them, speaking to them. If I'm in a rush, maybe I'm gonna tell them, hey, my name is Isaac, what's your name? They tell me, oh, Bethany, nice to meet you. Listen, I'm in passing right now, but you did catch my eye, and I want you to take my number because I want to get to know you a little bit more. I'm coming to the spot tomorrow around 2 p.m. So you should meet me. Let's have a drink and converse. Something like that, right? Boom. We just do that. If she don't rock with it, she don't. But my thing is, when I approach the women that's like this, whether that comes with entitlement, whether that comes with her, and I covered a video on this too. Women like dates, flowers, Jimmy trips. I see all of that as a joke. I laugh at that shit because they say that they're promoting that to weak men. Like men who follow into that, that's for them in their reality. But when I hear things like that, I hear that there's more than what meets the eye. And that's what catches my curiosity. Because even when women feel like they want these gifts or they're entitled, whatever, that's how they feel with him. They're not gonna feel like that with me when they talk to me. Now, when we talk, her reality is her reality when we speak, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna keep going that way when it comes to me. It'll be a different thing. That's why I went back to conversation, rules of nation. When we speak, it's a whole different ball game. It could be a grounded conversation, playful banter conversation. But that's the thing. What I've noticed in modern dating, and what a lot of people have difficulty in, is I deal with her. I deal with these women. The truth is, you don't have to deal with her entitlement, her acting a certain way. This is something I often say, but it's like how you first started off is how you finish it as well. So if we start off on the tightrope end, and let's say she does something that could be deemed as disrespectful or a bit difficult, correct, and you allow that to keep happening, then you understand why that happens in your relationship and why there's a strain in your marriage and why X, Y, and Z. But if you just check that from the moment for when it happens, things get better from that. Because I don't believe in dealing with women in that aspect of disrespect or having to feel like women is a chore. Oh, God, I gotta go with the girl, gotta be with the wife, happy life. Stuff like that just always bring a negative bell in me. But again, a still more than meets the eye. But that's how I go about it. I like to put my foot forward when talking with women.
Having daughters, how do you deal with that situation?
Oh man. Yeah, so well, I'm single. I don't have any kids. So I'm a little bit out of my jurisdiction, even speaking
Okay,
on
now
but
what about this?
okay.
If you had young men that were in your life and you were teaching them to
Mhm.
engage a relationship with a woman or a
Mhm.
girl, what kind of advice would you give to them?
Or if you're an uncle, right?
A little bit like I was saying even before was just always put your foot forward, but how you start is how you finish. So present yourself with your principles. That's how I would like to start that off. And I'm gonna just say it for men that's 18 and older, specifically for that part, but definitely principles in your presentation because presentation is everything. And if you want a relationship, what I would say is take your time and don't rush a connection. Like don't rush the romance, don't try to rush the sex, don't try to rush to get with each other so fast because things can burn out quickly as possible. And some people end up more in the feeling together rather than who they actually are as a real union, as compatibility. So I would definitely to take the time who it is and don't be afraid to say what needs to be said at times and enjoy it. Because I have a method called the tango. It takes two to tango, but the tango is for yourself, meaning slow burn and a natural connection. And if you want a relationship you see as your girlfriend, what I say take a year till that becomes your girlfriend, honestly. And people can disagree on that, I understand, but I say a year because it gives you time to know who the individual is. And if a woman ever gives you an ultimatum, you gotta cut that loose completely because I don't think that's beneficial. It's like trying to put a beast in the corner, and it's just not what it is. But that would be my advice for real. Getting in relationships is take your time. I think that's what's needed. Everybody wants things so fast paced, microwavable food, but then you end up in a relationship that you don't even know who the person is, or you don't even really like her or you may go sneak off. Who knows? But that would be my advice on that.
From a guy's perspective, I'm gonna
Mm.
be playing and I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be whatever. But if can a girl bring him to their family and be like, he's, I'm saying, the boyfriend, I'm saying, is he's gonna be the guy? Does that make sense?
Are you talking about now? As of right now, I would decline the invitation. I wouldn't want to meet
Yeah.
family right away. I wouldn't want none of that because that's not appropriate, especially in the beginning. And that's just my perspective on it. Because I wouldn't want to be around that just yet. But if she's like, I want to bring you around my family or friends, I decline the invitations. I'm grateful for it, but I decline it because I don't think that's again appropriate. Well, we're not there at that time. You may think, oh, everybody meets my family for her saying that to me, whatever. But I'm like, I don't even want those vibes. Meeting the fam, they're cool as hell. And I'm like, damn, I don't even know if we're gonna be together in the long run. We may just be chilling, have a good time, but don't even think that this will go further. You never know. So that's where my head's at with it. That was my time. I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
Hey,
Uh,
shout
it
out to
was
my brother Izzy, man. Y'all make sure y'all
it
go
was
sub to my brother, man.
thank you. It was nice meeting every single one of y'all. I appreciate it. I hope to see
Hey,
y'all
Izzy,
on future panels. Great conversation. I'm out of here. Until next time, peace. Subscribe to the YouTube AllStar Izzy. Full effect, baby.